Hey Capricorn, I hope you guys are well. Let's get into your reading for the mid portion of May 2019. You have the sun popping out first. It's beautiful, the sun. Clarity, understanding, hearing somebody through, making decisions, positivity, incredible positivity. Show me more for Capricorn. The Fool. Moving forward, positivity, shift in consciousness, understanding, awareness, lucky breaks, understanding what we have to do in our next phase of experience, but using all of that information positively into our best effect. Show me more for Capricorn, please. Wow, you guys, this is like huge energy. Okay, the Magician, Indigo. This is the Magician energy. This is manifestation, creation, abundance. It's very much runs in tandem with the Fool card. It talks about essentially utilizing everything that you understand and know from the experiences that you've already had and propelling them forward into the next phase of your life. And with that too comes the Hangman. So these are all major arcana cards. All right. I'm going to shit myself if you guys get another major arcana. The Hangman talks about taking time for yourself to have understanding and awareness in regard to which direction you're going in. It talks about being clear in the decision making that you're involving yourself in, being very solid in what you venture into. Okay. But there feels like there's a lot of drive here, a lot of movement and progression, and the will to change things so you can have a better outcome. Show me more for Capricorn. More for Capricorn, please. Good lordy. Okay. It's transition. This is a Death card. Wow, how beautiful. So, pooping myself now. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. With the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. What's going on here, you guys? This is all major arcana. These are huge shifts. So, every single card here is major arcana. When major arcana cards happen and they show up in spreads, basically what's going on is that these are energies that you can't really deny. They're going to present themselves in your life somewhere, and you're going to have to learn lessons. They're about lesson learning. They're about shift in consciousness, awareness, understanding. They're about doing things differently, changing your approach, doing a complete overlook of your entire experience in life and changing it for the better. For the Emperor to be at the base of this reading, presiding over everything, this is talking about somebody who is very direct in his approach or her approach to their life, what they get involved in, what they experience, the directions that they go in. They rule an empire. If you're gearing up to start to work on things for yourself as far as financial situations go, if you're dealing with a situation where you're just radically changing your life, this is an indicated energy that all of these things are present for you. Now with this though comes the responsibility of stepping away from things that no longer work for you, stepping away from things that take your time, take your energy, take your money. Where are you blowing money? Where are you having like expenditure that needs to be calmed down? Be careful about that, because when you're giving to too many other things, you can't focus and direct your attention on what's truly important for you, okay? So be real about what you need to disconnect from and move on from there. The Emperor, thankfully, in that regard, is also somebody who is less involved with their emotional aspect of their decision making. It's more about the practicality. That Emperor and the King of Pentacles kind of resonate for me together, which is also your card, Capricorn, the King of Pentacles. But what I'm feeling here is it's a necessity to really look at what we get involved in, how we shift our awareness and let go, cut the fat, cut the fat, cut the fat. Wow, all of these cards are really huge though. This card to be in the center of this reading as well, Indigo. This is also the Magician card. Indigo children are very psychic. They're in tune with life. They're in tune with energy. I work with an indigo child, and they are so wonderful. They just looked at me the other day. We were talking about crystals, and they're like, oh, I do crystal grids. I do half of my basement in my parents' house is all about crystals. They're 14 years old, but like they're connected, they're tapped in. Anytime I'm around this child, I just feel them. Like I get enlivened when I'm around this child, and I love having them there. I love being able to work with this person. It's amazing. I'm like, who are you? Who are you? I love you. But aside from that tidbit, Indigo children are very resonant within this experience. They're fine-tuned. They understand the world around them. Sometimes they're hypersensitive. I think this is really talking about being very melding the two melding the two worlds of, I don't want to say emotions, but intuition and direction into the next phase of your expression in this life. What are you getting involved with? What are you wanting to experience most? And really being conscious again of what you need to release so you can have that potential. Taking time to really evaluate a situation so that you can really make the best of it versus rushing into something, realizing also that, again, before I mentioned the death card here, this transition card, I did mention with the Emperor that there's a necessity here for cutting the fat, releasing things that are binding you in unhealthy ways, moving things around and shifting your experience so that you can be operating at your full potential. Here we have transition, and it's interesting that we have the Fool and the Death card. These are magical cards, especially together. The Fool and the Death card. The Death card, here, let's do them like this so maybe it makes more sense. The Death card is something where we release energy and, oh no, I had it right. I'm sorry. We release energy. It can talk about letting go of situations that are done. We've learned the lesson. The situation is no longer at all workable in our lives. We've let it go for the good. And what happens is the transition within the new, the Fool. The Fool talks about allowing things to die. The Death card also talks about allowing things to die, but it talks about transformations. This is the energy of transformation. This is the energy of manifestation. With these cards, we're talking about moving forward towards things that are going to yield an incredible amount of positivity in your life, whether that be mental, emotional, financial. These things are very, very big lessons that we need to learn. But I think the energy is already moving here. The energy is already moving. You're going to experience this. But what I'm feeling is that the biggest thing that we need to pay most attention to, Capricorn, is the letting go. So kind of making peace with letting things go, whether it be people, whether it be experiences, ways of thought, talking poorly about ourselves, talking poorly about others, like judgment, overly judging things, whatever it is. And those are just some pointers, or highlights. Whatever it is that you need to really address in regard to letting go of, do so. What is that in your life? It could be overeating. It could be spending too much money. It could be getting involved with situations where you can't say no and you're indebted, so many different things. So many different things, okay? So let's pull some clarifying cards for this and we can go from there. I feel, what do I want to do? What cards do I want? I feel like that stupid meme with Shaquille O'Neal and the cat. Jesus Christ. All right. Let's do these, guys. I have not pulled these for a really long time. All right. I want you to show me energy present for Capricorn. Capricorn. Please. Capricorn. What changes, what transformations, what epic journey are they going to be upon? 3, 2, 1. Contact. Show me the sun. Shit. Didn't come out any quicker than I could say it. Or came out. Whatever. Ace of Swords here. So cutting through the fat, being very real about what it is that you're thinking. The clarity of mind is very, very potent right now. Being clear in your decision making, Capricorn. Clear in the truth that you speak, clear in the thoughts that you have, clear in the direction that you're going in. Cutting away things that don't make sense, having new understanding and clarity in regard to what makes you happy, okay? At the bottom of the deck, you have the Queen of Swords. Excellent. This is a card of being very real with yourself, real with others, real with life, cutting things out that do not serve you. If you are in situations that cause you to be out of balance and frustrated, don't stay in them. Let them go. This is all about transformation. It's about death and rebirth. This is very Scorpionic energy here. You may be dealing with a Scorpio. You do have the Death card here. But what I'm feeling here is that there's a necessity to tear it down and rebuild, reclaim your space, your time, your life, your energy, and your purpose, Capricorn. Show me, okay. These cards are literally just like spitting out. They're spitting out, Capricorn. I don't even know what the hell's on the floor. This is for the Fool. And lo and behold, another major arcana, Strength. So the Fool with Strength, this is talking about having perseverance, having diligence, patience, taming your instincts to react, moving forward on a path that you may not be that comfortable with, but really deciding, hey, fuck it, whatever, YOLO. Like, I'm using all these weird terms that I don't use. YOLO, I fucking hate that term, but YOLO. Do it. Just, it's changing. Things are changing. Show me the Magician, please. Show me the Magician for Capricorn, please. The Hermit. Another major arcana card. So the Hermit, in regard to this is talking about spirituality. It talks about depth, spirituality, really convening with yourself on levels that you may have not really delved into. It's talking about communication with the soul, the spirit world. It's talking about prayer. It's talking about being diligent in maybe creating a pattern in your life where you maybe meditate. Being very clear about how you clear your mind and the body and the emotional sphere. Okay, we have emotional bubbles, we have aura, we have energetic bodies around us. How do we cleanse that out? How do we clear that? I am feeling, okay, lapis lazuli. Lapis, is it lapis lazuli? Lapis, okay, that's coming to mind first. Amethyst second, carnelian third. Okay, lapis or lapis lazuli, I'm not sure. Amethyst, carnelian. Okay, so those might be stones, crystals that you might want to pay attention to. I don't know enough about crystals. The kid that I work with They know a lot about crystals. Maybe I should get them here. But really, really being diligent about what it is that makes sense for you emotionally, spiritually, what feeds your soul, which direction are you going in? This is a life changer. This isn't about, oh, which job do I get into? Oh, which relationship? This is about changing your life. This is about looking deep within yourself and really reworking things. This is what this reading is for. This is all major arcana cards. The only non-major arcana card is this Ace of Swords. And this is damn sharp. This is cutting through the fat. Cut through the fat, Capricorn. Release yourself and create yourself again. Be that Scorpio energy where you turn into the phoenix and rise from the ashes. Show me the Hangman. The Four of Swords for the Hangman. Okay. So in regard to the Hangman, which it's interesting. The Four of Swords and the Hangman they're different, but the energy is resonant with each other. These are cards of taking time out. It's cards of contemplation, recognizing where we are in our life, which paths we want to go on, what makes sense, what type of healing do we need to do in regard to our emotions, our spiritual aspect. What do we need to bring into our life? What do we need to cut away from our life? You know, it's about healing. It's about taking time for you and being very clear in that. Death card at the bottom of the deck. Death card, what I'm going to clarify next. Heavy transformation, Capricorn. Okay, heavy transformation. True shifts. Don't be scared. It's scary, but don't be scared. Show me transition card. Queen of Swords popping out again. Okay, so this is talking about being very clear in the direction that you're going in, being very clear in regard to what you're letting go of. You could be dealing with a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Leo. Leo's presented here twice. Aries, twice. Pisces. Aries 3 times. Yeah. And with that though too, with Aries being presented so much here, it's not just about the sign, it's also about the energy that the sign embodies. So it's essentially get up and go, deep passion, what fuels and fires you to move in your life and change things. Okay, right, Marcel? Show me the Emperor. Two of Wands with Judgment at the bottom of the deck. Holy fuck, you guys. Huge energy, huge shifts. Shifts in consciousness and awareness. And you know what? If that's boring and not exciting for you, I'm sorry. Whoever's going to be on this ride, though, you're going to get this shit kicked out of you in some really positive ways. If healing and positivity and, you know, what else? Self-reflection and expansion are not topics of interest to you, maybe this reading is for you, because whatever is happening for whomever here, it's going to tear them down and rebuild them. It's your job to rebuild it. This is going to tear you down, though. But the outcome of this is positive. The outcome of this is something stable. The outcome of this is something where we completely have to redefine our understanding and our awareness in life, okay? Decisions. Which direction do I go in? What do I want? Do I stay here in this energy that I've experienced and that I may be holding on to? Or do I move forward in my life and truly make impact in ways that I had no idea that might be possible? Judgment here. Decision time. What do you want? What do you want? And this card too, in this deck, it's called the Last Judgment. A lot of the time it's just Judgment card. This is the Last Judgment. Finality. What are you releasing? What finalization of things do you need to release? What things do you have to let go of? What is leaving your life so you can reclaim your life? Okay, Capricorn. I'm going to pull just some advice cards. Let's see what advice cards we have from this deck. It's just a normal tarot deck. It's not an oracle deck. 3 more for Capricorn. This is really huge energy for Capricorn. What are we dealing with? What advice can you give Capricorn, please? Show me for Capricorn. Wow. The Hermit and the Star. Major Arcana cards. Again, whatever's going on here is a huge shift. Huge shift. If you're not on board with this, and this isn't exciting for you, this is probably your reading. I'm going to be straight up with you. If this is something where we need to change things, where we need to shift things entirely, where we need to break it down and rebuild. I know the Tower's not here, but it might as well be. The Hermit, again, showing up in your reading twice. Virgo energy, sometimes Pisces too. The Hermit, this is about spiritual awareness, spiritual awakening. What are we moving away from? What are we bringing our light towards? We have this person moving away. Look at the background. There's crosses and graves up there. This is exile, exiting a situation. It's an exodus. I don't want to say exile. It's an exodus from what no longer works in our lives. Getting away from these choppy areas that are downtrodden and harsh. He has a book of knowledge in him. The red cloak that he's in is about wisdom and knowledge. What have we learned here? What have we gained here in all of these previous experiences that propel us into this next phase? The Star. The Star is talking about trusting your guiding path, trusting your guiding light. You may not know the direction, but it's happening. Trust it. Trust it. These are all majors. This is happening, you guys. This is humongous information, humongous change, humongous diligence on your part to create new things. So with that being said, Capricorn, please don't be in your mind about things too much. Please go with the flow and trust your intuition and trust that things are going to be probably taken away from you. I'm not talking about people and death and stuff like that. Your loved ones will be fine, but different aspects of yourself may begin to start to fall away, slough away. Different understandings of yourself may become born or born again. I don't talk about religion. I'm not religious at all, but born again. Some of you may be considering, or you just have shifts in your awareness and consciousness. Whatever this is, it's an overhaul of life. It's an overhaul of whatever you've been doing. It's a call to change these things. And be on board with it. Be on board with it. It's coming. It's going to shake the shit out of you. All right. I hope this reading was helpful. My name is Isel. I'm on YouTube as The Altruistic Mystic. If this was helpful, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to leave a donation, the donation link is in the description box below. And I will be back for June's readings in a little bit. All right. Thank you, Capricorn. Good luck. This is really huge. And I wish you the best of intention with it and the best of everything with it, and pay attention to what you need to release so that you can have more in your life. All right, take care. Bye-bye.